Oh, the YouTube ads. It's getting ridiculous on some channels, and it's making YouTube virtually unwatchable. What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Hello, hello, hello. Is there anybody out there? All right. Well, first, let's talk about some things. Oh, I can't see. My glasses are steamed up. I guess I feel, I shouldn't have to, but I feel I should explain myself. First of all, we'll start off with that first. The little video where I mentioned Tracy. Well, see, I was, but not really talking about Tracy. The first thing is when I watch certain videos, I hear them say things, and it triggers a thought, an idea in my head. And hello. So I roll with it. And yeah, first of all, Tracy's new. So being out there for 4 months or whatever it is, yeah, she doesn't know everything. She's still learning. But the fact of the matter is that I've heard tons and tons, countless numbers of nomads and everybody saying stuff like, well, I was in the parking lot and this guy pulled up right next to me. He had the whole parking lot. Or I was in the parking lot and the next thing I know, there's this trucker. He comes and he pulls and runs his reefer and the things, and it's all night long and just driving me nuts. Or I was parked in the desert in Arizona and someone came up next to me and they had all this and that. Well, and that's the thing that struck me when she said about, being in the parking lot and the kids were around, and it's like, not that she was in the wrong, not anything about her calling the police or how she felt. That's not what I was talking about. I was talking about the things that when you are a van dweller, a car dweller, an RVer, and you're full-time on the road, sleeping in these parking lots isn't the best idea, in my opinion. And the reason why I mentioned that was because, well, yeah, everybody says, just turn the key and move. They were surrounded. That's the other thing. They surrounded her. She was kind of like boxed in. And there was like 20 people out there running around, making noise and doing all kinds of stuff. So that's all she wanted to do was move. She didn't care if they were there. She just wanted to move, but she couldn't, and she was afraid. She's alone. She's a 56-year-old woman alone in a van in a state she's not aware of, doesn't know anything. And all of a sudden, all these people come with loud stuff and music and everything. And yeah, so that was the whole thing. And again, that wasn't the gist of my thing. I wasn't there to tear down Tracy or make her feel bad or make anybody else think that she was a dumbass or anything, because no one knows what they would do in a situation until they're in it. We can all sit here and do the armchair quarterback shit. Well, if I was there, I'd have got out there and I'd have said, you kids, you get out of here. No, you don't fucking know that. You could have been in there in your shit, pissing your pants and shaking in your boots just like she was. If there was trucks playing music and smoking weed and swinging baseball bats and 20 people all around doing all kinds of crazy shit, you don't know what the fuck's going on, and you don't know what you would have done. So everybody's sitting back and saying, oh, she should have and I would have, and you don't know until you're in the situation. But I digress. The point is first of all, if you know Tracy at all, if you've been following her, she goes up and she talks to people that most people wouldn't talk to, and she gets hell about that. Oh, you shouldn't talk to those people. Oh, they're dangerous, and they're going to do this, and they're going to snap you up, and they're going to do this and that and that and that. And she's like, well, I feel safe and everything. So they scream at her when she talks to people that she shouldn't talk to, but when she's surrounded by 20 people with a whole bunch of trucks, and she calls the cops, she's an asshole and she's a dickhead for doing that. Well, so what's the difference? And that's the point. I think she has that feeling in her gut, and we always say, trust your gut, trust your gut. So if your gut, you pull in someplace and you look around, there's nothing wrong with it, but your gut says, just move on, right? So if you trust your gut and your gut says, I'm not comfortable and I just want to leave, but I'm surrounded, I'm boxed in and I can't leave, well, what do I want to do? Now, if she would have got up and started the van maybe they would have moved and let her drive away, but maybe they wouldn't have. Who knows? But anyway, that's not the, hey, Margie and Jeff. Hey, Miss Munchie. Dorothea. Benson Speech. Hello. But, yeah, that's the thing is, but anyway, that it wasn't about Tracy. Yeah. And I used her as an example, but again, it was about not all, but a lot of the RVers and the nomads and the van dwellers and people. And, you hear about them say, oh, well, hey, they could have moved over there. Well, it's not your land. It's not like I said, it's not like, yo, get out of my yard. Go put your fucking picnic table in your yard, not in my yard. But when you're out in BLM land or in a parking lot, it's not your land. And you can't say, oh, well, you crossed the little white line and no, it doesn't matter. And that's what I'm saying. You have to expect that shit when you're in a parking lot. It ain't yours. Anybody can pull in at any time and do whatever the fuck they want, really. And you can't do dick about it except call the police. But if you do that, according, apparently, if you call the cops, oh, now people are going to think the homeless people are calling cops and no one's ever going to be able to sleep in a Walmart. Well, fuck a Walmart parking lot anyway. Who cares? But yeah, it's just a thing. And then again, like I said in the video, they demand their little space and I want this area, but they don't have a problem parking anywhere they feel like. The world is mine. This is mine. I want to park here. I don't care if you're paying taxes. I don't care if you're paying property taxes. I don't care if you bought this house so you can have this lake view. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to put my fucking flag up. I'm going to sit on my roof. I'm going to grill. I'm going to dump my piss bottle. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want right here in your view. I don't care. But when I'm in the middle of the desert, you better back off and give me all the space I want. See, it's bullshit. That's what my video was about. Not about Tracy and how she didn't belong in the parking lot. But anyway, it's YouTube, so of course, no matter what you say or what you do, people are going to scream at you and bitch and so, but this is what I want to bitch about. I want to bitch about some of us don't care if Walmart is available at time. That's right. Some. Not all white people are racist. Not all Middle Eastern people are terrorists. Not all van dwellers are homeless. Not all people that live in their cars are doing it by choice. Not all retired people are RVers. Not all, but a lot. They all say, Walmart's, oh, I can't sleep there anymore. Oh my God. And it's a big ordeal. And again, I could see why the Walmart thing would be, because I've been watching you guys for a long time. And I know if I was going from point A to point B, and along the way, I was like, okay, I'm done driving for the day and I'm not to point B yet. Let me go to a Cracker Barrel or a Walmart. Ta-da. Yeah, you pull in, you park, you sleep, you get up and you go. But some of these folks, and it's true, they're there for weeks. You go from point A to point B, you stop at the Walmart, you go to point B, you go to C, come back to B, and as you drive by, you see some of those people are still there. And they got their jacks down, their slides are out, their grills out, they got the kids running around, the dog tied to the fucking bumper. The one, Robin, Creativity RV, she made a video where 7:00 in the morning, she's poking out the window with her camera because there's a guy right next to her, pulled up right next to her, changing the oil in his generator, banging and clanging and dumping the oil right on the ground. But I digress because I know RVers and nomads don't do that, so it must have been some fisherman or something on his way to camping. But again, I could see why the all those little spots like the Cracker Barrel, the Walmarts, the Gander Mounds or whatever else are good places, because again, you don't want to drive if you got again point A to point B and there's a couple little spots just to sleep along the way. But again, I keep saying, the more and more every year, record RV sales, more and more channels on YouTube, more and more people doing their van builds, more and more people doing their schoolie builds. That means more and more people are getting into the lifestyle. So more and more people are going to be just like when you had neighbors and just like the city people. More and more assholes, dickheads, morons, and people that don't give a fuck are going to be in your community now too. It's not just going to be us stupid people that live in houses. We're coming for you. And we're buying RVs and we're coming, and we don't know about the rules, and we don't care about your rules, and we don't care about your unspoken rules about, well, if this person sets up a camp, then they say who gets to stay in the camp, and they get to say how far away you got to be. Other people are going to go, yo, I'm out here for the weekend and I'm going to park right here because I feel like it. And this is BLM land and it's for everybody. And I don't have to do any fucking thing I don't want to. I'll sit here right next to your fire pit that you made. You can't do shit about it because it's not your land. Is it right? Is it wrong? It doesn't matter. It's going to happen because people are people. People are assholes. People are dickheads. And the more and more people that get into the lifestyle, the more you guys are going to have to deal with regular, normal, everyday people, not just the wonderful ones that were touched by the hand of God and called nomads that live the perfect life and never litter and never do anything and all that good shit. More and more of the assholes that are going to open their fucking black tanks and dump them in the desert, open their petcocks and drain their fucking oil and do whatever they want to, they're going to be in your community, not just ours anymore. And that's just reality because the more people get into things, the worse it gets. People ruin everything. Because actually, people are more destructive than Chernobyl meltdown was. But, again, ads on YouTube. It's getting ridiculous. Not everybody. It's not all the channels, but some of these channels, and I will use one as an example. And again, it's not everyone that I watch, but there's this one channel I watch. It's called Ace of Clay. And this guy does polymer clay shit, and he makes little statues and figurines and all that good stuff. And I watch him. I've been watching him. I watched him for a couple years now. Well, I was watching him the other day, and clicked on the video, sat through an ad. Clicked on it. Okay, got to skip it. Boom. A minute and 26 seconds in, I got to click through another. I got to wait 15 more seconds for another ad to play. A minute and 30 seconds after that, yes, you guessed it, another ad. And guess what happened next? 2 minutes and 30 seconds after that, another ad. Then after that, guess what? I had to hear him do his spiel about his paid promotion. And this video is brought to you by So I'm like, not even 10 minutes in, I sat through 3 ads and his little spiel of his paid promotion shit. So guess what? Unsubscribe. But yeah, I sat through that just out of curiosity to see how many ads and along with his little paid promotion. So not only is he not getting just paid for his little, whatever it was, 26-minute video with like 18 ads in it. So now is he not just only getting that AdSense, now he's got this company saying, here, push our garbage. So he's getting money from that too. Wow. Now, before anybody says anything about it, no, I will not pay for YouTube. There's no way I'm going to pay to watch YouTube. YouTube got enough of my money. They take 30% of my AdSense. When you get a super chat or anything like that, they take 30% of that shit. They take 30% of all the money that you would get. YouTube gets enough of my money. I am not paying to watch fucking YouTube. So no, a subscription to YouTube ain't happening from this cheap bastard. I pay enough to watch fucking Hulu and other dumb streaming shit. Because nobody watches TV anymore. Well, that's a damn lie. Everybody watches Netflix and all other bullshit, and you can all chime in on the, I never do. I don't know. No, you're all, you're full of shit and bad manners. You're so full of shit, your ears stink. But anyway, I will not pay to watch YouTube. And before you say this one too, well, you can get the ad no. Do you ever, I'm one of those stupid people that read things. That shit like Social Blade and TubeBuddy and all these other little things, these little add-ons and apps and all these little trinkets and shit. What do they do? If you read that shit, well, here's what you got to do. You got to agree to this and you can have it. Well, what are you going to agree to? We need to be able to look at your internet connection. We need to be able to look at, edit, delete, do whatever we want to your videos in YouTube. We need the list of your people, your personal files. We need to access this. We need to do this. We need to be able to change and edit and do this. We need to access your email. We need to, again, delete, change, edit, write in your email. We have the right to, we need this, we need that. And I'm like, no, it's not happening. So little ad blockers and TubeBuddy and Social Blade and all other garbage, which Social Blade's stupid any fucking way. Anybody that goes out here and does this, well, I saw on Social Blade that you make $300 a month. Well, Social Blade is full of shit. Well, Social Blade says that this guy makes $10 million a year. Well, Social Blade is full of shit. Social Blade says, BlindViews, that you have X amount of subscribers. Well, you can't even go on my channel and look to see how many subscribers I got. So how the fuck does Social Blade know? They just pull a number out of their ass and people take it as gospel. But anyway, the point is I am not clicking on the agree shit to have, well, we can come in and just run through your fucking computer and get your contact list and change and add emails and delete shit and edit your videos. And no, I will not agree to that stuff. It's bad enough I agreed to the garbage for YouTube just to start this shit. It's bad enough when I had an iPhone, I clicked agree just so I could have an iPhone, to all the disturbing garbage that you have to agree to. I want Facebook. Well, do you know what you agreed to when you clicked agree just so you could have a Facebook account? Yeah, we can use your pictures. We can use your image. We can use your likeness. We can do whatever the fuck we want. We can run through your computer. We can get into your this, that, and the other thing. And you can't do nothing about it. You know why? Because you clicked agree. And we did it here for just to go on YouTube too. All the garbage that we agreed to. So, it's all nuts. But I just think that it's sad because I know it's my job and I'm greedy and I need money and the only thing I do is YouTube and I just want. So, well, there's a lot of channels that I just unsubscribe to just for that reason. And I really enjoyed some of these people. There's some of the nomads that do it too, that I have unsubscribed to. And it's not fun. And the other thing that that YouTube does is, you go to some of these channels, people with less than 1,000 subscribers that can't monetize, and I got to set through an ad on their channel too. So YouTube's doing this shit too. Where are we at here? From me, both me and my wife, $20. We love it. Worth it. No commercials, ads. Let's see. Oh, you homeless people. California wants you in temporary housing with all the druggies, and now comes on your rigs in the desert, not bothering anyone. Yeah, like I said, YouTube takes enough of my money. Seen it on the internet. This has to be true. Yeah. I'm not monetized, and YouTube puts commercials in my. Yeah. That's right. I stop ads on channels that not monetized instantly. I use an ad blocker app. Yeah, I'm not I'm not agreeing to nothing. Do you have choice in how many ads are in your videos? Yes, you can. You can, well, I guess YouTube probably could add more if they wanted to, but there's a thing when you are, when you do your little thing, it says when you go into the monetize place, you say turn it on or off, and if it's over 8 minutes, it will throw them in the middle. They'll put one at the beginning. You can click. There's a thing that says beginning, end, and middle. So one will play at the beginning and one will play at the end. And if it's over 8 minutes, there's a little thing in there that says, if you click, put one in the middle. Well, if you let YouTube do it, they'll probably put 100 of them in the middle. Or you can go in, and what I do is I'll go in, I'll either uncheck it so there's just one at the beginning, one at the end, or I will check it, and then I will go in and find a place. Instead of me going, hey, and today I'm going to talk, and then they throw in an ad. Today I'm going to talk about this. And yeah, if you don't want to hear that, here, just stay tuned. And then when I take a pause, I'll put an ad there in the middle, one. And that's usually only if it's one of those long ones, like over 15 minutes. I'll throw one in the middle. If not, I just won't click that middle thing, and there'll just be one at the beginning. And most people don't last till the end to see the one at the end anyway. But yes, you can you can choose. You do have some freedom as far as how many ads you put in. Now, again, whether YouTube decides they're going to throw some in anyway, I don't know. Yeah, Patreon is where they make the big bucks. I like your channel. Oh, well, thank you, October. Facebook wants your information for tax purposes now if you sell a marketplace. Oh, yeah, they want everything. What's up, Badge? Yeah, I have it. I did it a long time. I don't use it. I don't know why I still have it, because I really don't use it. All I do is when I upload a video, I click share and I share it to my BlindViews Facebook thing. But other than that, I don't even go on. People fucking send me shit on their little instant messages or whatever. I don't go on Facebook. I hate Facebook. It drives me insane. It doesn't help to skip ads if the channels have started doing the ads in their videos for 3 different things. It's crazy. Like I said, and especially when you're downstairs on the TV, or you're doing something and you have them playing, and all of a sudden it's those double bangers where the first one's like 6 seconds and then the next one's 2 minutes. And if you're not there to click right away and you're out doing something, if you're just listening, you're in the kitchen cooking, or if I'm in here piddling around doing other things and I have somebody's stuff there, I don't want to be coming over here banging the fucking skip button every 15 seconds. And I don't want to sit here and listen to the ads either. So again, these channels, whether I like them or not, I just unsubscribe. They probably did. That's the other thing. If you read shit too, if you read stuff on YouTube, it says, even if you're monetized, we don't have any obligation to give you any money at all. If we do, lucky for you. But we are not obligated. YouTube is not obligated in any way to give you any money, monetized or not. And if you're not monetized, if you didn't meet the requirements, we can put ads on them if we want, because you clicked agree to let us use your content. Yes, it is your copyrighted content, but you allow us free reign so we can put your content on our platform. And again, just because you're monetized, we are not obligated to give you any money. So just be happy that you get the shit that you do get, is basically what they're telling you. I don't make enough money from YouTube to sit there and control ads. Do not watch more than one ad. Less than 30 seconds of my videos. Skip away. Reports are that the average made per subscriber to your Patreon is 7 per person, and creator gets 12% of that. Yeah, I don't have a Patreon. I tried Patreon once just to see how it worked. I did it for a month. I got a couple people, and at the end of that first month, I gave everybody their money back and I closed it. Bed says hello, everyone. He can't type for shit today. So my Patreon pictures of $5 barely don't even get $1. I go on Facebook to see who's having a birthday, use Messenger, and check my groups. Not much more. There are too many ads, and there's ads and shit on there too now. Yeah, see, that's how much I go. I don't even know what's going on Facebook anymore. I don't belong to any group. I used to belong to a vape group when I first started just to learn shit, but I don't even go to that shit anymore. If you have Facebook apps installed, they can scan your phone, steal your crap. The cookies they use do the same, scan borrowed browsing history, and anything you do. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's just, I just don't like to click agree. I actually sit down and read. I skim through a lot of it, so I'm probably missing some because most of it's like 70 pages of garbage. But I kind of skim through and try to pick out stuff to go, no. What do you mean you need to access my internet connection and speeds and do this, and you need to access my contact list, and you want to be able to you can edit, delete, and do fucking. I'm like, no, I don't agree to that shit. I'll hear a soap ad, yeah. I'll start YouTube. That is nothing but a series of commercials. Commercial. Car camp on occasion. Had some dick in a van, put an open flame generator between me and him in the middle of the fucking night. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It sucks, and you shouldn't have to deal with morons like that, but you're going to have to. You're going to have to. And again, you're in a parking lot. It's not like it's your yard, so there's not a whole lot you can do except bitch and scream, or ask them kindly first and then bitch and scream. Only channels that put ads every 2 minutes. Not sure how I did it, but if a video can be skipped, this PC skips after 2 seconds. Oh, yeah? I don't think I will ever get enough subs to get monetized, mostly because I hate people. Patreon charges me $10 a month before I even advertise on my channel. Oh, really? So I shut it down right away. No shit. Miss Munch, she's saying here. Well, yeah, there's a lot of folks that have, they get a lot of people like, Morgan, Unstoppable Morgan's one. She's got a lot of patrons. I mean, hell, just think about it. In simple, plain math, if you get 100 people, they give you $1. There you go. That's $100 a month for what? Now you got 100 people, and even half of them give you $5, while the other ones give you $1. That's that's good money, man, for not a whole lot of work. I had premium, then I canceled it. What a dummy I was. Peace. Their subs dropped, so they went back to YouTube to recruit more subs. Yeah. Because I don't give a hoot about doing videos. Yeah, somebody left me a comment today that said, funny how your channel never grows. And I was like, well, yeah, and I don't care. I don't rely on YouTube. This is just a hobby for some blind guy to do to occupy some time and keep me out of my wife's hair, and gives me something to do. I don't give a shit one way or the other, if it grows or if it doesn't grow. So what percentage do creators get from Patreon? Does anyone know? Yeah, I'm not sure anymore. Like I said, I tried it and then I quit. Is that like a GoFundMe, but not asking? Fancy Adventures, what's up? I come here to check it with my parole officer. Beanie. Oh my goodness. That's right. You got it. You got it. Subs don't matter. The views that YouTube send people to your content, that truly matters if you are into making money. I don't care either way. Just sharing cheap way of doing things. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. It is your click-through rate and your time, your watch time. If you got 10,000 subscribers and you get 1,000 views, that doesn't mean it. That means all that means is you have 9,000 people that don't watch you, according to YouTube. If you have 100,000 subscribers and have 20,000 views on your, 20,000 views, I'd kill for 20,000 views. Yeah, but if you have 100,000 subscribers and you get 20,000 views, that's not good in YouTube's eyes. If YouTube puts your video in the suggested list in front of 1 million people and 4 of them click on it, that's not good. The click-through rate, they look at that. If they put it up there and your thumbnail and your title grabs somebody's attention and they click on it, that's click-through rate. That's click-through rate. So all the people, all your subs, all the people that aren't subbed to you, if they watch a video, for instance, if you're watching Tim Mo Bang for your bucks, and on the little side there suggested is a BlindViews video, and you click on it, that's good click-through rate. If not, then YouTube goes, well, we threw it up there in front of X amount of people, and only a few clicked on it. So that's your click-through rate. And then for the ones who do click on it, if you got a 15-minute video and your average watch time is 3 minutes, well, then that's your watch time. They want that shit to be at least over, what is it? I think it's 6 or 8%. I don't know. It's all kinds of weird shit. But yeah, Tim said it. Subs, that number don't mean shit to YouTube. They don't care. Longer videos make more money since they cram in more ads. Yeah, but like if there's more people like me, the more ads you cram in, the less people are going to watch your shit, because that shit gets old quick. I just learned a few tricks that get YouTube to recommend my videos. I get over 1K views in less than 8 hours. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, everybody pays on Patreon, yeah. I guess I should do a video. I still get 2,000 views a month. My honest opinion, I think Patreon kind of killed YouTube. Most streamers have BS content because they know they're getting paid via YouTube. That is true too. Clickbait pays the bills. Why do nomads who have 50,000 views and get Patreon money complain they have to pay $17 a night? That's a good question. Carolina Tony, I work my butt off for pennies, but people will watch drama with all kinds of ads. That is the truth. That is the truth. I say it all the time. I say it all the time. If I get on here and say, hey, I just watched a video and I watched these and this channel, they're really cool and they did a really good video. I really enjoyed it. I hate this motherfucker and I wish he would fucking fall off the face of the earth and he's a prick. Yay! That's what we want. Yell, scream, bitch, holler. Don't tell me nice shit. Don't tell me good stuff. No one wants to hear that. That's boring bullshit. Yeah, live streams are rated differently. That's true. Yep, Badge agrees too, Tony. Are you going to share your tricks? Well, Nelly wants to know. Exactly. Exactly, Marilyn. I agree. I wonder how just videos of people going to the bathroom would do. Maybe on OnlyFans. Well, here's the other thing that happens, and I don't care. Well, he's passed, and I don't care. I'm going to talk about him anyway. But, Pot Steve, what's up? But it's true, because here's the thing. Dave, who did the exact same thing that he bitched about, because, well, that was his forte. That's what he did. But when Dave was told, by Carolyn and all these other people, started throwing the copyright claims at him because he was using this and talking about them. So what did he do? Come to my Patreon, and over on Patreon, I can talk about them. Man, Vagina, what's up? Overland Interiors. All right, what's going on? So if you went over to Patreon and paid that little bit of money, then you could hear him talk shit about Nomadic Fanatic and Caravan Carolyn and all that shit. But you had to pay to hear him talk shit and degrade them and be a horrible dickhead about it. You had to pay because he wouldn't do it on YouTube. But then he would make videos saying, oh, well, these people, yeah, they put the boring stuff on YouTube, and then they make everybody go pay to see all the good behind the scenes stuff on Patreon. So that was a bad thing when they did it, but he did the exact same thing, and it was pat myself on the back, and all his people went, Dave, you're so smart. But it's true. It's, what's up, boo? But it is true. A lot of people, once YouTube started cracking down on, well, you can't say this word. You can't say, well, I'm going to take my freedom stick out and go target shooting. People said, well, come on over to Patreon. I can talk about this shit all I want to. If you got people that say, oh, you can't talk about me. You're getting copyright claims all the time. Well, I'll go to Patreon. I'll talk about you all I want to. Or if, YouTube said, well, you can't talk bad about this politician, or you can't say that those people were not peacefully protesting. You can't say that those people were burning down the city. You can't say that. YouTube squashed it. Come on over to Patreon. I'll talk all the trash I want. A lot of people did that. And then just another bunch of people just was going like, well, here, I'm going to Disneyland. Look, here I am. I'm going in. I walked around. If you want to see me go on that ride, come on over to Patreon. And a lot of people did that shit. So then I put curiosities. Their mind will make them click. Tag in your description is important, and keep retyping the same tag keyword over and over in the description paragraph. And that's another thing that YouTube does too. They change shit all the time. You should have to put up a spoiler alert. I haven't seen today's video yet. Hello, Just Mona. I don't either. You're not alone on that one. But hello, Joanna. But what happens is, like, YouTube will say, okay, your title is important. This is what's important. And they'll say tags. In the tags, put, the first ones in their thing. If you're talking about this, put tags, make those tags. And you do that, and you're in the groove, and you're doing it, and you're tagging everything, and you got a good title and everything. And then 6 months later, they go, are you in the groove? And you're like, yeah, I got this down. Well, guess what? Tags don't mean shit. If you don't put a single tag, it doesn't matter, because we don't look at that anymore. What we want you to do is in your description, and not just here, go to my Patreon, here, go to my Facebook. No, we want you to write at least 200 words in your description, because that's what we use. And use keywords in that description and tie it into your title and tie that into your thumbnail. But tags tags don't mean anything anymore. You're like, I just got in the groove of doing tags, and now tags don't mean shit. So then 6 months later, they go, hey, are you in the groove of this? Guess what? Now here's what we want you to do. And they do that shit all the time. That's why I'm over it. I'm like, whatever. I just do it for fun. I'm not trying to do anything anymore. Sometimes I like people being real. Sometimes I like all the sunshine and rainbows, but I hate when people are only one way. That's the way I am. I like the real stuff. I like, that's why I like, people like Tracy, Adventures Over 50. I like the in the moment stuff. It's like, this is great. I'm having a great day. And then the next, 2 days later, she's like, this fucking sucks. I hate driving all the time. It's a pain in my ass. It's getting stressful. And then, 2 days later, well, I finally made it here and I love it. It was worth the stress and the drive. I love it here. And then, oh, this is great. And this is great. And then, oh, well, this isn't so good. I like that real shit. I don't like that. This is wonderful. We have such great people in the community. This is the greatest thing since sliced bread. Everything is rainbows and sunshines, and I never get flat tires, and I never run out of gas, and my oil is always clean, and I always have fresh air, and it never gets too hot, and I never get too cold. It's always just perfect when you're an RVer, or if you sell everything and live in a van. It's just wonderful every single day. No, see, I hate that shit. That shit I hate. I like the real, in the moment stuff. Real stuff. This is great. Look at this beautiful view. This is awesome. And then 3 days later, every day you don't open the door and see fucking mountains or the ocean. Some days you see fucking trash blowing across the parking lot. I like the real, in the moment stuff. You're not happy every day. We all go through it. We all have our moments. And that's what I like to see. They're the channels that I enjoy watching. We've been trying to grow our channel with shorts. More views, but subs are slow. Yeah, shorts are something else that I don't deal with because I don't do anything on my phone. And there is no short shelf on here. So I don't watch shorts because I don't have a short shelf on the computer. So all that stuff doesn't pop up. So you're kind of cutting out, I won't want to say half, but you are cutting out a small portion of your subscribers or people that can see you. And plus TikTok is the shorts place. People go to TikTok to watch shorts. They don't give a shit about shorts on YouTube. And that was the whole big thing. They were pushing that on YouTube. Oh, do shorts. And everybody will, oh yeah. Well, yeah, every once in a while you get one that would grab a hold. But if you get, 1,000 views on your videos and you do a short, you're going to get 1,000 views on your shorts, or maybe even 500. I don't know. I've watched it for a while, but I kind of got over the whole shorts thing, but I don't watch them. I don't even watch them when people that I'm sub to. If I look and it says, it's 30 seconds or 50 seconds, I don't even click on it. I don't even watch shorts because I have a screen this big. I don't like to watch stuff like this with two big black bars on the side. I'm a blind guy. I want to see everything. I don't want to see that shit. And I don't use my phone to film, so I don't do shorts. I have cameras and lighting and all that stuff. I know it's the quick, easy way and everybody likes it, but I don't do the shorts. The thumbnail seems to matter a huge amount. Well, yeah, the thumbnails do because that's what people look at. They don't read shit. They look at that thumbnail. And if it grabs their attention and they click on it, especially in a sea of stuff that's, how to poop in a bucket. Well, there's 15 million videos on how to shit in a bucket, or some chick saying, how I shower in my van, and she's got her top off, and you see her back and some side boob and she's standing behind her van. There's a million of those too. So your thumbnail's got to stick out in the sea of how to shit in a bucket and how I shower in my van. Yeah, all those videos. So yeah, thumbnails do matter a big time. I would have been here sooner, but I was watching the ads on this video. Shut up, Lola. I used to like you. Now that I can't control. The live stream shit is is beyond my control. Rainbows and unicorns. There's Becky. Ideo, good neighbors. You got a face for radio. I do too, but that doesn't stop people. That's right. By the time it starts making sense, it's over. Exactly, Badge. I'm the same way. Driving cuts into my nap time. It's frowned upon to drive and nap at the same time. You're too much, Beanie. That's why I love you. If you're invited to a Disney event, he's not allowed to say anything negative. Those channels have Disney ads and they give folks reviews. Yeah. I can't afford a Tesla. I don't watch TikTok either, Mona. Watch on the Brave browser, no ads. Oh, really? Found a new channel to hate. The Naked Gardener. There's a bunch of naked channels. There's a chick that cooks too, and all she wears is an apron. You can see her ass, you can see the side boob, because that's all she wears is an apron, and that's Okie Dokie on YouTube. I did a video I don't even remember when, but it was about the nudity stuff. Oh, you can't have nudity on. Well, if it's art, so in other words, body painting. Some guy could come walking out totally naked with his twig and berries dangling around, and a chick totally naked with her boobs bouncing around, and as long as they start slapping paint on them, it's okie dokie. There's some, what was the other one I found that was okay? Oh, breastfeeding stuff and other maternal stuff like that. I don't travel much, but I wouldn't video if I did. There's too much. There's too much to do. Yes, I did. I didn't watch the last one. I did her latest one, but yeah, I still have started breastfeeding. That's right. But yeah, Chrome. And I was going to say, like when I was talking about the Tracy video inspired a thought. And Chrome was talking the other day, yesterday or today. I get them confused. Anyway, he was talking about, a high top or not, which I had the thought of, well, and it's not dog and Chrome, but it's the whole thought of Chrome's like, well, I don't need one. But if you remember, Chrome started out when he had a bed and a piss bucket. I don't need anything. I don't need solar. I don't need lights. I don't need that. I don't need batteries. I don't need a damn vent. I don't need that. And the next thing he goes to Overland Interior, and he gets all that stuff. And then he goes and he has solar, and he has roof vents, and they cut a hole in the side and put in a window, and he had his disco gear in there, all that shit. He's got a fucking roof rack. He's got a ladder. He's got the shit lifted. And he started with, I don't need. It's not necessary. I don't need. Well, after a while you go, hey, fuck that. I need power. I need solar. I need to plug shit in. I need to eat. I need to cook. I need to see. I need to do all this stuff. So, yeah, he changed. So for him to say, I don't need one. Yeah, he might not need one now, but when his old ass gets a little bit older and them old knees and that back and his hips and everything else start going, oh, this sucks. He might just decide he needs a high top. Just like he didn't need a home base. But now he's got a fucking garage with TVs and his OCD kicks in. He has all his symmetrical stuff. He's got a red cabinet over here, and then a cabinet here and a cabinet here. Everything has to be all symmetrical. And I guess I am making fun of you, but I mean, it's cool, but it's just, you never say never. I was married once, and after that I said, I'll never get married again. I went out with a girl for years and years and years. We had a daughter together and everything, never got married. And I was like, I am not getting married. Well, guess what? I got married again. So you never say never. Thought she did an outstanding job on that video. It was pretty full of unicorns and rainbows, though. You have to watch her latest one. I do enjoy her. And you know what's going on with Jeffy after his surgery? Yes, I've been following. You like that? You like that? Yeah, I've been following his little progress. I like when you do your show, especially when we aren't feeling any pain on New Year's. Yeah, right. Yes, that's Overland. Yes, Marilyn. That's the guy who did all the cabinetry and stuff inside Chrome's stuff. Where was I? Oh, Jeffy Bear. That's it. Yeah, he I'm sure Chrome will watch himself. He had a little moment. He did pretty good though. He got his legs taken off. He got double amputation. He was in pretty good spirits, cutting jokes and everything. And then after a while, all that you saw was on Chrome. Yeah. Then after a while, he started. He's getting around and doing some stuff. Not real good, but then he had a little. I don't want to say a meltdown, but he kind of got pissed. And saying, yeah, he did give his van because, Crum and Emmy went and got his van and everything, and he was like, just give it away, get rid of it. But he was going through the thing about, you people think that we get everything given to us here in Canada. Well, it's not true. I got to do this, and I just, I need a damn wheelchair, and I have to prove that I'm disabled. I have to prove this. They already know, and blah, 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 and it's disgusting, and I'm tired of going through paperwork, and I'm not doing it, and they already know. How disabled do I got to be? I just lost my legs, and they can't even give me a damn wheelchair, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he was, and I don't know what that's like because, here in the States, it's for profit bullshit. So we got to pay through the nose. If they give you an Advil, they charge you $50. A fucking Band-Aid's $9, We used a cotton swab. That was $14. You can get a fucking bag of 10 million of them for $14, but they charge you $14 for one to stick it on your arm after they give you a shot, and then another $15 for the Band-Aid to hold the cotton ball on. So there you go. You got a shot. So there you go. You walk out there with a, $200 bill. But, the thing is I think it's just that thing where, like when I was told, you're going blind and there's nothing we can do. There's no treatment. There's no cure. You're going to be blind. I don't know. You might be dead before you might get old and die before you go totally blind, or you might go totally blind. We don't know. We have no idea. And you go through that. Well, okay, I guess it could be worse. And then you go through this fucking sucks. And then the why me? What the fuck did I do? And this and that. And you're sad, then you're mad, then you kind of go through that like almost like a grieving thing, and then you kind of snap out of it. And I think he's going to be going through those things because he came out, oh, look, I lost weight and I could have lost my legs. I'm shorter and I lost weight, and he's making jokes and everything. And then he kind of goes into his like, and so I think it's just part of his acceptance and grieving period, I guess you could call it, and just dealing with it. But I think he's doing an awesome job. I'd probably be going crazy. And I don't know how the system works up there, but it does get hey, Treasure Maze, it does get aggravating, because I know even here in the state, it's like you go in here's a clipboard, fill out all this shit, okay, blah 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 blah, and you take it up and you go, okay, what's your doctor? I fucking just wrote it down. Well, tell us again. And then you go to another, well, what's this and what's that? I just fucking wrote it down and told that guy and told this girl. Now you got to go through it again. And that's what they do. They make it a full-time job for you. So hopefully, maybe you might even just give up and say, fuck it. And it's not worth it. But yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but I do think it's part of his process, dealing with it all, because you talked to him the other day. He seems pretty optimistic. Yeah, that's good. Like I said, it's a thing. I don't see how anybody, I mean, I might be wrong, but this is my opinion. I don't see how anybody can walk in and go, okay, they're cutting both my legs off today. Hey, we'll have cake and ice cream when we're done. You know, and then come out and go, I lost my legs. I'm a little bit shorter and I lost fucking 60 pounds or whatever. Hey, cool, good for me. Woohoo. I can't wait to go dancing. Oh, that's right, I can't anymore. Yeah, I don't know how long you can keep that up. You know, it's got to get to you eventually. But yeah, he's dealing with it pretty good. But yeah, he's doing well. He's really doing well. He had a bath today. He said he was telling it was like it was like 4 weeks or 4 or 5 weeks since I had a bath, and I got one, and they shaved me, and yeah. So he's doing real good in my opinion, from watching him and listening to him. You know, you're gonna have those moments until you're out of the hospital and done with all the rehabbing and getting fitted with prosthetics, if that's the deal, and getting your wheelchair and dealing with all the process and going through everything. It's going to be a while. And, but yeah, it's going to be a process, but I think from what he's putting on YouTube anyway, I don't know the man and I don't talk to him like some of you guys do. But from what I see on YouTube, he's doing good. He's doing real good. And I don't begrudge him a good fucking flare up and rant and throwing shit. I know I'd probably be a real fucking pain in the ass if I was going through that. So in short, I think he's doing real good. Jeffrey Bear is really going off on Canada, but you're right. It's a form of depression, man. Yeah. It's just something you got to go through. He's doing his best, way better than I. Exactly, man. I think he's handling it really well. So again, if he snaps out once in a while and loses his mind, I'm there, buddy. I'd have done it 16 times by now. I know a guy who's had $600,000 in hospital bills over COVID. Just thankful he's still with us. I guess a charity helped him with the bills. Yeah, it's really crazy. You get, yep. Molly McGregor. So yeah, it's good to see him, you know, in good spirits, and you know, Chrome and Emmy and I'm sure others, but you know, I've seen videos of, you know, Chrome and Emmy, which I will say that part of those, I'm happy they're together. Chrome seems happy and everything, and Emmy, I think she's pretty cool. But the only aggravating thing about it is now you see Emmy's video of them walking through the store and buying this for Jeffy and that for Jeffy and doing this and that and driving through the back country. Then the next day you see Chrome's video of him and Emmy going to the store and buying. So now we get to see the double thing, and that's kind of annoying. But other than that, I'm happy for him. But that's just on the YouTube front as a viewer, you know, not a personal thing about the people. But yeah, I kind of had the clue before he spilled the beans, because he just had that little extra spring in his step, that little extra giddy up in his get along. But yeah, I think Emmy's pretty cool. She got a rocking little body on her. She got that nice mane of hair, and her giggle. But yeah, I think they're awesome. Again, the only thing that's a pain in the ass is now you get to see it double. Oh, look, there's Chrome hand in mine, and then the next video is, oh, look, there's Emmy's hand in mine. We get to see it twice, but you know. It is. That's like standing on the corner of Winslow, Arizona. Or when you watch, when we used to watch Carolyn and Blue Van Dan and Destination Open Road and on all them folks and, you know, Aja and Wandering Jimmy all traveling together. That's what you saw. You saw one video 8 different times. Oh, look, that's from across the fire pointing at Jimmy. Oh, look, that one's across the fire pointing at Carolyn. Oh, look, there's one across the fire pointing at Scott and Terry. Oh, look, there's another video. So you got to see the same video 8 different times. Yeah, but Jeffy does have a complaint. He is in the hospital and he has to prove to some government employee that he doesn't have legs. Yeah, I understand, but that's it. It's got to be on paper. We can't just say it on the phone. Yeah, I'm in the hospital because they cut my legs off. Well, you got to fill out this form in triplicate. I know, it's a pain in the ass. She talks funny. Well, yeah, she's that French Canadian stuff. I don't think she talks that bad, though. I don't mind looking at her. I'll say that. I had a Trucker Daddy, our criminal enemy, a thing. You could see it in her eyes 6 months ago. Yeah, it was one of those things where, I speculated a lot about it. Yeah, and again, I don't know how it's bad enough down here. I don't know how it works in Canada, the UK, and all other places where they have, you know, their deal. But I know here it's a pain in the ass. And again, they make it a full-time job. They're like, hey, you got your legs cut off, or we just told you you're blind. You ain't got nothing to do. Ain't like you got to get up and go to work. So why don't you spend fucking 8 hours a day on the phone with us, filling out papers, going and clicking on things on the internet, making copies. Yeah, you got time, so do it. And that's what they do. They make you jump through all the hoops. They're like, hey, you, yeah, I know you're joking. But, she got a maple syrup farm. But yeah, they're like, again, you know, you ain't going nowhere. You got nothing to do anymore. So we'll give you something to do. For the next 3 days, you're ours. You're going to spend at least 6 to 8 hours a day for the next 3 days jumping through all our fucking hoops. We're going to have you on the phone, and then we're going to transfer you after you held for 50 minutes. And then you're going to talk to this person. They're going to ask you a whole bunch of questions. You're going to say, hey, punch in your number, punch in that. What's your account number? Punch it all in your phone. And then we're going to transfer, and we're going to make you do it all over again. We're going to drive you so crazy, you're going to say, fuck it, and hang up the phone. And then we don't have to deal with you. I think that's the main objective. When I had surgery, the discharge planner made all the arrangements for the equipment. I need to go home. Oh, wow, really? That's cool. Imagine an accent in the boudoir. Road Warrior, you got this. Yeah. Yeah, I think she's, I find her attractive. I don't think she talks funny. And it's just like, Izzy, dreaming out loud. What's up? How you guys doing? That's like Izzy. I don't know what the hell she's saying when she does her bilingual stuff, because she'll do videos. Sometimes she'll do English and then she'll talk in French. I don't have a clue what she's saying, but it sure does sound nice to me. Especially coming from her. I'm like, okay. It sounds cool as shit, and she's pretty, so I'll sit here and listen and watch. Yeah, she's a very natural beauty. Adorable giggle, yeah. And her cat is sweet. Yeah, the cat is pretty cool. I love animals, especially kitties. Yeah, I'm happy for them too. Again, like I said, I'm all for it. It's nothing personal. It's just as a viewer, instead of seeing 2 separate videos, 2 separate stories, now I got to watch, since I'm subscribed to both of them, now I get to watch, one video twice. just from a different camera angle. Yeah, Izzy is fun. My ice queen, I call her. She's awesome. Her and Pancho. Yeah, that's right. She does make them coveralls look way better than Chrome does. That is for sure. Yeah, I saw they were going live tonight. I did see that. I did. Ooh, excuse me. See, even water makes me burp. Speaking of people I watch, with a nice mane, a nice big thick mane of dark locks. Lady Bug Out did a nice little video of what she wears, her wardrobe, which I know it sounds stupid and it sounds like a boring video along the lines of how I poo in a bucket, yeah. But it was interesting to me because when you look at, especially females, and yeah, I'll be that guy, especially females, because they tend to have more clothing needs or things. But it's interesting to see, and she's living in that tiny space, what she has with her and how she carries it, where she puts it, and all the other good shit, you know what I mean? So it was interesting, her choice of footwear. She has a couple different kinds. She even has a dress in case she has an event or something to go to, and then the rest is sensible, reasonable clothes and different undergarment stuff, like and no, not bras and panties stuff. She does talk about that a little bit, but like the thinsulate and other stuff, and all that stuff, for different types of weather and everything. So it's interesting to see how some of these people manage, because I know, hell, even in a house, trying to find places to put your clothes and, hang your winter coats, especially if you have long ones. I have a couple long ones that are almost to the ground. So, just finding places to hang those and all that other shit. And, foundation garments. Yeah. But, and then when I was working and traveling, living out of a suitcase, just cramming a damn suitcase full of stuff. So you had enough stuff, and you had, a coat if you needed one, or a light jacket if you needed one of those, or a sweatshirt or something like that. Because certain times of the year you get up and it's chilly, it's like 50 or so, and you go out and you start working, and you're working outside and it's chilly. So you need a jacket or something, or a hoodie or just something. And then, by 10 o'clock, it's fucking 72 and you start to sweat, and then it starts to get into the 80s, and then, you're down to, shit like this. And then in the evening, it starts to get cool again. So you have to have all that shit with you. And again, I know just trying to live out of a suitcase sucked for a short amount of time, a work week. I could imagine trying to be prepared and have clothing and footwear and all kinds of other things for an extended period of time in a tiny little van. So I found it quite interesting. But a Guido coat, yeah, I guess. Well, I have a long one of the long leather dusters. I do have a Guido coat also. I have a long. It's almost like I don't want to say flannel, but it's a long gray. I guess it's a wool coat. But yeah, the long leather duster, I love that thing. I wear it a lot. But yeah, I found it quite interesting. It was one of the, I was like, what's she doing? Oh, I don't care about her wardrobe unless I'm seeing a fashion show because she's pretty. But no, I found it quite interesting. It was a very interesting video, surprisingly. I find that van life ladies make a lot of videos of them just talking. A lot. Just talking. Yeah. Yeah, there are quite a few. Oops. Speaking of the 70s, it was really warm here. Yes, it was in the 70s here today. It was a beautiful, well, it wasn't a beautiful day. It was beautiful temperature. I have a couple windows open, actually. And, but it was gray, nasty, overcast. We actually had a little bit of rain. They actually called for thunderstorms, so I was expecting some, but we never got any. But yeah, it was really nice temperature-wise. It was awesome. San Antonio was just starting to hit the 80s an hour back in the 60s for 2 days, and then back to the 80s. Trench coat. That's right. My mafia coat. Oops. It rained a lot here and will again tonight and tomorrow. Oh, yeah. It's going to be warm here all week until Friday, but only because I have camping reservations for the weekend. And that's the way it goes. How about the women who do nothing but eat in their videos? Mid-70s here in the Valley of California. Yeah, well, way up here in the Northeast, not way in the Northeast, but we're still in the Northeast, Pennsylvania. South Central Pennsylvania. Yeah, it's, let's see. It was 70. What the hell exactly what it was? 70 something or other. Above 70 though. And it is, what does it say it is now? 63. So that's not bad. That's not bad for this time of night and this time of year. Our 70s left us yesterday. Don't get out of the 50s. I didn't get out of the 50s today. Had to drag all tropical plants back inside. Oh, don't you hate that shit? Yeah, ours are still inside. We'll wait a while till we take ours out because that in and out shit sucks ass. Still snowing? Oh, man. Hey, there's Planet Blair. We're supposed to get rain and strong winds overnight. Yeah, we had a wind advisory, but it didn't amount to much. It was breezy, but we didn't have the big winds and the thunderstorms like they were calling for. We have to talk about the weather. We can't flash our boobs. Used to grow weed back in the 80s in Potter County. Yeah, Potter County. Yep. Oh, man. Let's see. What we got going on here. Where's my damn... There it is. Found it. All right. Well, we only took our houseplants outside to hose them off. Oh, there you go. All right. Well, I've been on here yakking long enough. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me. And I'll see what I feel like if I'm inspired to do a video or not. See who I can piss off. I do want to thank my mods before I get on out of here. I do appreciate everybody who does the deed and keeps it civil and safe in here so people feel like they can hang out. And of course, I want to thank these folks. Oh, thank you guys. And thank you guys for hanging out with me. Till next time, you know how we do here. You don't have to agree with me. That's never the point here.
This is BlindViews, and that's the way I see it.
What we do here is go back.